her insurance document narrative is being cut and pasted, word for word, and then that has formed her police statement.
3, 2, 1.
Episode 3, Series 2 of Bikeboy, the True Crime Podcast, dropped a few days ago. And, mate, it's getting spicier by the week.
Nice.
I know.
That's what we like.
To it.
We like it.
We like a bit of curry,
Very, very spicy.
Exactly right.
Episode 3. Who wrote the false statements to police?
How many of us are above the law? In today's episode, we'll show the extraordinary lengths some inside Victoria Police appeared to go to make sure that a future Premier of Victoria, Australia, and his wife never faced the law in the way the rest of us would have.
Rowan and Jackson are doing a bang-up job of getting the facts out to the public with great assistance from Scott, their head investigator, so that everyone knows exactly what happened. And what people have to understand is these guys aren't going to put rubbish into the stratosphere.
Well, they can't afford to.
They can't, exactly.
Because if they put some shit down there, they're going to get annihilated.
Exactly right. And while Ryan is going through a defamation case, they don't want to muddy the waters, right? So everything they come out with has got to be fact.
Spot on.
So links to the podcast are in the description. It's more than worthwhile listening to it. So this week, the episode focused on the statements given by Kath and Dan Andrews to police. Or were they? It would seem not, mate. It would seem that the statements were cut and pasted from the insurance statement.
No, that can't be.
Word for word.
That can't be.
No.
That would be so wrong.
It would be so wrong for the police not to actually take the statement from the driver of the car that ran over a kid.
I can't believe that happened.
Well, I can't either, but it did.
Oh, wow.
Of course, that statement implies that Ryan ran into them, that he hit the side of their car, which doesn't match the facts, and where the damage is on the car, or how Ryan ended up being thrown over the bonnet of the car, onto the windscreen, then over the back of the car. I mean, if you hit the side of the car, you get thrown over
the car,
right? Over across the bonnet. You don't get thrown into the windscreen.
Unless you're going super fast, then the trajectory of you smashing on the bonnet and then flying forward, you would go back.
The car speeding. Is that what you're trying to imply?
Maybe.
Maybe. So that statement given to the insurance company is then copied and forwarded to Senior Constable Sage, as no statement had been taken on the day or in the 3 weeks after the incident.
That is seriously pathetic.
That's got to be against policy and procedure, right?
Oh, yeah. Scott said that was highly
irregular. Yeah.
So
you got to wonder how these coppers didn't lose their jobs. But anyway, we'll move on.
Well, they got promoted.
They did. Yeah, exactly right, eventually. No statement from any witness or anyone involved, even though a child almost died in those 3 weeks. Unbelievable. So by taking a copy of the insurance statement, this would seem to prove that the police never interviewed Kath or Dan Andrews with regard to the accident. They then sent the so-called statement in internal mail to Springvale Police Station, where Kath would attend and sign the statement. Dan Andrews would forward a written statement to Senior Constable Sage that is almost word for word identical to that submitted by Kath. It's got hair on it.
It's got hair on it, mate. Big time. It sounds like a
sounded more and
planned,
sounded more and more like hairy meatballs every day, mate. The 2 police officers that said they took the statements from Kath and Dan Andrews now admit they lied and that they never took statements.
Scott Hanley has tracked down and spoken with the 2 police officers who witnessed Daniel and Catherine Andrews signing those statements. What those officers told Scott is incredibly concerning. You've spoken to the police that generated these statements, haven't you?
We have.
What did you find out?
We spoke to both of them. So one was signed on the 31st of January. That was Catherine Andrews' statement. And the other one was signed on the 5th of February. And that was Daniel Andrews' statement. Neither of them took the statements.
So you're saying the police who said they took the statements told you they didn't actually take the statements?
Correct.
Wow. This is getting worse.
It is, mate. So the police that conducted a full and comprehensive investigation, in the words of Dan Andrews, actually never asked a question and never met with the Andrews to take a formal statement. Ever.
That is ridiculous. Especially the fact that a child nearly died.
Yes.
It's like, for F's sake, man.
He's in hospital for 2 weeks.
That is ridiculous.
Punctured lung, ruptured spleen, broken ribs.
Yep.
Nobody spoken to.
You know what gets me though? Is they had the audacity to go there and said, "You're lucky we never charged you."
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
My God.
He's a 15-year-old boy who can't
What sort
speak.
of... I mean, do they have a heart?
No, of course they don't. They're under instruction.
Ah.
I'll get to that in a minute. So even though both of the police officers returned to the holiday home on the day of the accident, where the Andrews were renting, they did not take a statement. They took 2 cursory photos of the car and never spoke formally to the Andrews.
That is ridiculous.
Imagine it was you or me, mate.
Nah. Oh, mate, they would be... I would have been... Yeah.
You'd been in cuffs.
Yeah.
You would have been, definitely.
Yeah. Well, you're angry, so you definitely...
I would have also been in cuffs. So they didn't follow their own procedures, right? No, exactly right. The senior officers then accepted those statements. Their senior officers then accepted the statements, right? Even though they didn't represent proper formal statements where questions had been asked. Simple questions like, where were you driving from? Simple question. Where were
you going to?
Where were you going? Were you tired? Were you distracted by the kids screaming in the back seat?
Had you had a drink?
Exactly. Were you in a hurry? Who was driving the car?
Yeah.
Simple questions. Were you affected by any prescription medication? Like, oh no, it's not prescription, is it? Yeah, anyway. Were you familiar with the intersection and did you see the bike before the accident? These are simple questions that every police officer is trained to
Should have
ask.
asked. Yes.
Exactly. This isn't rocket science.
But because of his profile, perhaps that's why they neglected to ask all these questions.
That mixed with his chief of staff making phone calls to the right people. But these are questions that you are trained to ask from the academy, mate.
Yep.
Yep. So shame on you, cops who didn't ask it.
Yep.
So by making a false statement to police, that becomes a crime. And it's a crime that has no statute of limitations. It is placed before a magistrate's court and can lead to perjury charges if made under oath, which I don't think these were. It doesn't sound like they were, because they never actually made a statement or got read their rights.
Nothing was.
It carries a penalty of a fine up to $11,000 or 2 years in the Dan Andrews big house.
Wow.
Wouldn't that be something?
That would be something special.
Something special.
Yeah.
So as discussed in episode 2, it makes you wonder what influence Brett Curran had over this accident. So he had moved from senior position at Victoria Police. He was Dan Andrews' chief of staff at the time of the accident and had a lot of contact to Victoria Police.
Completely sus.
Absolutely, mate.
Friggin' hell,
How many
man.
people
How
have-
sus do you need it to be? He used to be high up in the police, and now he's like coordinating shit.
Yep. And how many people have sent comments to us in our videos?
Yep.
You need to look at who the chief of police is, and now we understand why, mate.
Yeah.
Yep. Since that day, he's moved back to Victoria Police, where he's now employed as assistant commissioner.
Oh my God. If he doesn't have his hands filthy. with shit,
Yes, covered in shit.
then I don't know what.
I agree. Yep. So there's something very, 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 very
Nefarious.
and stinky
Yeah.
about this.
That's stinky. Sorry, I didn't realise you were going with stinky.
I was going with
I was
stinky.
thinking nefarious, but
Nefarious
stinky's fine.
and stinky.
Yeah.
So the facts are that Catherine Andrews called Ryan's sister, not Triple O. She never called Triple O, ever. She didn't, right? And she's the only one at the accident because Dan's left.
Because her husband had said, "Don't call it, I'll call it."
Exactly right. She couldn't have known that Dan had called because he'd already left the scene with the kids. He'd already gone back to the beach house. He wasn't standing on the corner like his statement said.
Yep.
Yep. Well, a good Samaritan passes by and Ryan's sister is working on them to keep him conscious, right? They're using a towel and an umbrella to shade him because it's 35 degrees, it's January, it's stinking hot, the road's hot. They're trying to keep him cool. So Kath returns to the passenger seat of the car.
Where she was.
Potentially, allegedly. Didn't she want to render any assistance? Where's her motherly instinct? Her 3 kids have just disappeared, right? Her care for others has completely evaporated. Her compassion...
Thinking of her own survival, mate.
Her compassion's gone, mate.
She's thinking of survival.
There's no
her
compassion.
own survival. Nobody else's, mate.
She's thinking of her husband's survival. She's programmed. She's a politician's wife. She's programmed.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yep. So nothing on display here at all, according to everyone else that was there. Nothing on display from her.
No.
Back to the car.
Nah.
This is what is alleged. This is, well, it's not alleged. It's talked about in the podcast. They're not saying this.
Fact.
And opening themselves up to ridicule or threat, right? So Liar Pants on Fire, I'm 100% sure that what is in this podcast is 100% accurate. And I've met with these guys. They are fact-driven, and I believe them 100%. Yep. There's too much at stake for it not to be, mate. Like you said, legal. And if you think this is huge, just wait until future episodes, mate, because this is going to get right out of control very quickly, where the after effects of this incident allegedly lead to blackmail, mismanagement, corruption, and cover-ups, and we cannot wait to see what comes of that.
Wow. Yeah, the whole thing's like, it's like a movie, mate.
It is.
It's like you're watching this movie and you're watching it unfold and you're thinking, holy shit.
Yep.
Is that what's going to happen?
Yep. The alleged criminal activity that has happened down the track from this incident is going to blow people away. And to think that Victoria would be completely different if the truth had been told on that day. So much pain we wouldn't have gone through. So much.
Yep.
We wouldn't have wished our mates goodbye because we couldn't go to their funeral or our relos. There's don't even get me started.
Or had to go on a friggin', I had to see your mate and online, like a video of his
funeral.
His funeral. It was like
celebration.
Shit.
I agree.
Fucking shit.
Yep. Yeah, it was horrible. Yep. So let us know what you think, everybody. We reckon this is the start of the end for Dan.
Let's just hope.
Let's just hope. There's too much evidence. It's all building up, and it's going to catch up with him. And he's going to end up in the Dan Andrews special big house.
We can only hope, mate.
We can.
We can only hope.
Let us know what you think, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
End is nigh.
Yep. Let's just hope.
See you later, everyone.
See you guys.